Oh God. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. This is another Wednesday. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Um, if you're watching from this part of the world, and good afternoon from wherever you're watching, good evening from wherever you're watching, but good morning from Nigeria and every other part that is in the morning time. And I'm really, really excited to be live again, another week. Up again, trying to do something, trying to create um, content and share value, try to pass a message that I believe that would be of help to many parents and many teenagers that get to see or watch this video or watch this live video. Please, if you're watching, please um, do comment and just let me know if you seeing this. Do let me know if you're seeing this, and wherever you're watching from, also do let me know if you're watching from Lagos, hashtag wherever you're watching from. And this is another Wednesday. But from next week, I most likely will not be live on Wednesday. I most likely will choose another day um, to come live. But before then, I know that the message will have been passed across. So since last week, I started a series that would end next week, a series on dating for teenagers. And how did this conversation come up? Um, think the whole idea of why it came up first was I was I've had a series of conversation with different people, and they have different opinion on what is the word, on what they think dating is and what it means to them. And to me, I wanted to hear from different perspective. Um, what do you expect from a teenager? Why should a teenager get into a relationship or something? And several people, like I said last week, several people shared their thoughts on the topic. Several people shared their thoughts on the topic, and it was very, very interesting to read. And I had to create a topic, create something that could be valuable for anybody that is watching on why dating is not a sin. Dating is not a sin. It is what you do while you in the dating process that could be criminally or morally not right or something. So uh, then the whole topic of dating came in. So I needed to talk about it. And last week, what I had to do for last week was to talk about why why a, a teenager, what are the things rather that a teenager need to know before he or she gets into a dating relationship. So that was what I discussed last week or talked about last week. And if you missed it, please, you can check out on my YouTube channel on at Joseph Adeleke, Everything's Coach. The link is in the description also. That's the caption of this video. So you can just check it out and watch that yourself. And please leave a comment, subscribe, like, share to people that you feel that you would like to share the videos with. And the other previous videos that I've done, if you watch and you like and you think that it resonates with you, please do like, share, subscribe, and let people know about it. Today we're going to be talking about something different, something interesting, something sensitive, something people like to shy away from, and it is it is it almost feels like it's a sin to talk about it in public, right? Because how it is painted, and the truth is, um, most of what we are always shy about talking about in public is discussed freely in private. And because it is now something that many people don't care about, doing it in the open, right? That's why we have to talk about some of this kind of thing. And so the topic of today is 5 reasons why conversation about sex needs to start early with your kids, right? Why you should have a conversation about sex with your kids very, very early. A couple of days ago, I think on Monday, a particular girl that started trending on Twitter, I think with somebody else also on Twitter, for having a nudes all over the place, and people had opinions on why that was so. But that's one part aside. So let's just imagine that we have a kid of 10, 11, 12 that has started using a phone or has access to an Android phone and gets to see that video or gets to watch it or gets to see his or her friends watching it, and they tell the person that, okay, come and watch, come and watch, come and watch. Then the person watch or the child watch. Then the child will be exposed to things like that. And this is not just new. There are several leaks like that that spreads on every platform. And there are crazy websites that even distributes that. So it is very, very important for you as a parent to start discussing about this kind of thing very, very early so that your kids can be exposed early enough and not get into the wrong kind of association. So the first reasons why I wrote here for you to start having conversation about sex with your kids is basically because there are so many other tutors that want to teach this kid. So you should be the first person. That's one of the major reasons. You need to be the first person that would teach this kid on why this is this, why this is this, why this is not so. And there are so many platforms that have different content. If you choose not to expose your kids, there are so many platforms that you can join, and they would see what you don't want them to see. They will know what you don't want them to know. And we have, I was reading earlier today, and I realized that the whole pornography industry has like, okay, when you calculate all the websites in the entire world, pornography website has like 30% of it, and it is very, very crazy. 30% of the entire website on the internet is a porn website. So you cannot visit a website now without having a nude popping out, a private part of a male or a female showing up, and all those kind of things. So if you do not expose your kids first on what to avoid, on what to on the things to learn, they would be exposed to these things very, very fast. And left to when I was growing up and quite younger, and I was not having, we're not having access to the internet. We're not having, let me just say, so much access to the internet. Let me just put it that way. We're not having so much access to the internet. Unlike today, the only access that one would have to getting closer to all those kind of pornography or sexual thing would be magazines or videotapes, and which means it needs one to take extra effort to go to the market and buy those videotapes or get the magazine somehow through an extra effort. But now you just need to have an access to a phone, and that's all. You don't even need to. You get access to the graphics image, you get access to picture, video, audio, whatsoever content is on your phone, as long as you have your phone with you and there's access to the internet, all this information will be getting closer to you. So it is very, very important for you to help your kids early. Let them know that this is what is right, be their moral compass at the very early stage of their life, and help them know what is right, help them know what is wrong, help them know what they should, the kind of their sensitive parts, um, help them know that this is their sensitive part and why they should not allow somebody else to touch if they are not the one that is actually taking care of themselves or trying to bath or whatever. So they should not allow somebody else to touch the sensitive part. So communicate those kind of things to them. Be their first tutor. Teach them what is right. Teach them what is wrong. And like I said, be their moral compass. The second thing that I have here is let them know that relationship is that when they are grown and they need to get into a relationship, but think it from a very early stage, especially when they can sustain a very, very good conversation, probably from when they are 5 years old to 10, when you know that once you say something, they can respond intelligently rather, that they can respond intelligently. Have those kind of conversation with them. Speak to them about what makes a family, right? The man and the woman, not a man and a man, not a woman and a woman. Do you understand? Be their tutor in that line. Let them know that if there's a need to get into a relationship later in life, there is a need to actually find the opposite gender attractive and not the person of the same gender. And because you have a husband, because you have a wife, then you let them know that okay, this is lead by example somehow. Sort of that's the word. So lead by example and let them know that you can see me and your father, you can see me and your mother. This is how it is. This is how a relationship ought to be. Let them know that. Let them know that. So communicate what makes a relationship. Let them know that there are some people that poses as being in a relationship and they're just man. It's just comprises of a man and a woman, or a woman and a woman, and let them know how wrong that kind of mindset is, so that they don't just build a kind of concept in their mind and thinking that's how they are being made. Please communicate the kind of relationship that they ought to make if they eventually want to get into a relationship. Communicate that kind of relationship to them. That's what is appropriate, that's what is right, that is what makes more sense. Do you understand? When they are trying to fill a form, you will see it is written sex, then they need to choose, is it male, female, or whatever. Do you understand? They should know that it is just male and female. Every other thing does not count. It's just male and female. And just like the Bible puts it, it created man and woman. And that's just it. They should not assume that the relationship is supposed to be between a man and a man and a woman and a woman. The third thing that I have here is if they intend to get into a relationship as a teenager, then they should know that dating relationship is dating relationship. And like what's the word? The meaning of dating in itself is just to go out to a spot where and have a good time with somebody that's like booking an appointment. Okay, we are going on a date to the cinema, we're going on a date to this social place. So you are going out with somebody. That's what the proper meaning of dating ought to be. So, but because it has been transformed, it has been changed to mean something else, almost as if you're talking about courting, then you should let them know that it is dating, right? That they called it, which is you're trying to build a rapport. You're trying to build a body. Okay, I hope you can hear me. So you're trying to build a relationship with somebody, and you're not trying to do more than just having a friend. more than just having a companion, more than just having somebody that you can depend on and speak to, understand, that kind of thing. So they should know that it's a relationship that is called dating, and it is not meant for a sexcapade, right? It's not meant for having sex. They can get into a relationship and choose not to have sex. They can get into a relationship and it's it's more like they are in a relationship with their best friend, right? And I know while I was growing up, I had a female friend that was my best friend, and we had conversations. If we're dating, it would have almost feel like that too, because we're very close. We spoke a lot. We talked about different things, played games together, and went out together. We had appointment at this place, whatever. Do you understand? And she was just a friend, and nothing more than that. Mm, so if one as a teenager is choosing to get into a relationship, then one should not sexualize it. That the reasons why you are getting into this relationship with this lady or with this guy is because you want to have sex with a person. And I think that's where the major problem is. Most Africans have sexualized, or most humans, let me don't put Africans. So most humans have sexualized being in a relationship with somebody. And if it's not about sex, then the relationship can work. So we should not sexualize it. Even parents ought not to also sexualize the relationship that their kids intend to get into. They should guide them, help them make proper decisions, let them know that I'm not telling you not to get into a relationship with this person, but if you're getting into this relationship with this person, this is the boundary of this, whatever. If you do this, this is the repercussion, and you're going to be on your own. This is whatever thing will happen. Do you understand, that kind of thing? So if those kind of messages start bringing into this child's ear from when he or she is a child growing into a teenager, and this message starts sinking in, he or she would know what um, they want to do inside whatever relationship that they decide to get into at the end of the day. So teach your child the purpose of dating, and they should not sexualize it. That's one thing. The fourth thing also is help them to understand the consequence. Like I said in the previous point, help them to understand the consequence of premarital sex. Help them to understand the consequence of premarital sex. Please help them understand the consequence of premarital sex. That's the word. So help them understand that it is very, very important for them to understand why they should not engage in that, and how it could alter a lot of things in their life. And if they get into it and they get pregnant, a part of their life is on hold, at least from for a very, even if it's not forever, for a year or two, a part of their life will be on hold, and it might stop everything. Do you understand? Could affect the education, affect. There are so many people with such stories, so it's very, very important to help them understand the consequences of premarital sex. Are they willing to have a child now and um, drop every other thing just to become a mother? I have people that will be excited about that, anyways. And it is mindset, proper mindset. If a child, a female child knows her worth, if a female child knows that she is worth more than just being a housewife or being a baby producer, then she would know what she wants for herself. And I think it's the responsibility of the mother, the father, to sing it into the female child's ear, that she's more than just producing baby. She's more than just being somebody's wife and sitting at home preparing the person's food and trying to be called mommy, trying to be called ERC or Iyawo, Daddy Kunle, and whatever. Do you understand? So it is very, very important for you as a parent to sink this into your child's ear. Let them know that there is so much to lose if they can engage themselves in premarital sex. So another thing is to, while you're trying to get into their relationship as a teenager, they can they need to emphasize the importance of sexual purity, and you should sing it to them. Let them know, let them understand that they need to practice it. Sexual purity. If they're getting into this relationship, they need to say to this person, "This is my kind of person, and this is what I've decided to do. If I want to get into any relationship, if you are sure that you want to be in a relationship with me, then this is what I want to do. This is what I want. This is what I plan to do." So emphasize it to them. Emphasize it to them. Let them know that um, you are going for the whole sexual purity thing, and they need to appreciate it. They need to understand that you don't want this. You don't want this for now, and maybe when you um, get married or you get engaged or whatsoever thing, then you can decide whatever thing you want to do with your life. But it is very, very important for you to emphasize sexual purity to your kids so that they can always sing it to whosoever they are in a relationship with. And I believe all these five things that I just said now passes a message to you. I'll reiterate what I just said. And the first thing I said is to become the first tutor for your kids. Help them know the whole industry of sex per se, how the whole world is already upside down, and they don't need to get into the mix. Help them, teach them, be their first sexual tutor, let them know so that they don't just get exposed on the internet because they have access to it. Another thing that I said is to help them know that a relationship is between a man and a woman, not a man and a man, and not a woman and a woman. Please sing this to their ears. Let them understand it. Let them know about it. It is very, very important as a parent for you to start educating your kids on this. And they should not be in a relationship with, as a boy, it should not be in a relationship with another boy and feel it is normal. It is not. It is sincerely not normal. So the third thing I talked about is the purpose of dating. You should not sexualize it, right? Help your kids not to sexualize the relationship they're into. They can be into a relationship without trying to have sex with the person that they're in a relationship with. That is not the purpose of being in a relationship. You are in a relationship because you need a companion, you need a female companion, you need a companion in the opposite gender whatsoever, and that's why you're in that relationship. So try as much as possible not to sexualize it. It should not be about having sex. That's why you are interested in getting the relationship. So another thing is help them understand the consequences of premarital sex. I said that before. Help them understand the consequences of premarital sex. It could halt their school. It could halt their plans of doing something worthwhile with their life. And if they know what's best for them, they need to avoid it at all means. They need to avoid it by all means. I think this whole information needs to be um, pronounced more than not just getting into a relationship. Because at the end of the day, when they get into a relationship with the wrong person, they would want to get involved with the wrong thing and might lead to what they will not really appreciate. So the last thing I said was to emphasize sexual purity. And it's very, very, very important to emphasize that they need to work on that, try to allow whosoever they are going to be in a relationship with, let the person know that this is what they stand for. And if the person really loves them, then the person would understand that and go for it. Once they find out that um, this thing is not working and the person is not understanding, then they can opt out. They don't they know the type person for there, so you can opt out if you feel uncomfortable about the person that you are in a relationship with because the person is pressurizing you into get having sex or whatsoever. And I have friends that they they've shared with me, female friends that they've shared with me that the reasons why they chose to break up with their exes or whatsoever is because the person is demanding to have sex with them and all this kind of thing. So it is very, very important for you to help your kids know that kind of thing. Build them to that point where they can decide what they want to use their body for. And they should use it right. Anyways, that's the whole essence of this discussion. So I believe these 5 things that I shared or that I've shared would speak sense to whosoever is listening, because it's very important not to things into a dating relationship because you want to have sex. All right. Okay, so though some guys might want to get into a relationship because of that purpose, but as a lady, you need to be sure of the kind of relationship that you're into and know when to say no to what you are not interested in. This is the end, and I really, really appreciate this. I appreciate those that get to watch it. And I thank you, Olamide. Thank you very much for always showing up. I'm sincerely grateful. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you to every other person that get to watch this now or later. Though it would be leaving this page in the next 6 hours or something, but I'll have the replay on YouTube, and I believe that will be it will be useful for any other person that wants to watch the replay. Thank you very much. Until I come your way another time, I would all I will definitely announce when I'll be coming up next because I'm not sure if I'll be coming up next week, but I would announce how it would be. Thank you very much. I'm sincerely grateful. God bless and have a beautiful and wonderful Wednesday. Bye.